understands why CPS was called, and she was pissed at Albert for saying that shit on a live stream.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to understand how somehow, some way, even if it's years later, you come out, you say, yeah, I did weaponize CPS against a child, and people aren't outraged about this. Why not?
Okay, let me put this as lightly as I can. This has nothing to do with you or the community. This was between me and and that's it.
It doesn't matter.
Nobody, all this fake outrage is bullshit.
It's not fake outrage.
It is fake outrage.
You weaponized emergency services that are used for children.
But it is fake outrage. See, because I don't know what told Isaac, but she was a part of that CPS call being made to my house. They had it all planned. I've got the tape. Does Isaac want to hear it? They've got it all planned. And Laura was not in those conversations with and Tiffany Marie and Dumpy Dump. Laura was not in the conversation I heard. I don't think she had anything to do with CPS coming to my house. But I'm going to listen. I want to hear this because it looks like is trying to accuse Laura at this point of doing something that perpetrated. And I want to hear it. I know they came to my house 3 fucking times, and some of the people that are in the chat backing Isaac right now, which he's right, if someone's calling CPS, call it out. But some of those people that are in the chat, like Pugs, were right over there in fucking Fod's chat when Fod called CPS on me. So that fake outrage type of shit. You got Pugs in there backing Isaac up. Isaac doesn't know a lot of this stuff. He doesn't. But it was FOD who called CPS on me. It wasn't Laura, and I don't believe that for a minute.
That are used for children in dire need situations, and you weaponize that over some fucking YouTube beef. If anybody knows what happens when somebody weaponizes CPS over fucking YouTube beef, it's me. So yeah, when I hear about that shit, I'm the first fucking one that's going to call it out.
That's because Isaac had CPS. Somebody got pissed off at him, and they came to his house. They said he left his kids alone, so he had to go through a bunch of shit because of some fucker on YouTube for something he wasn't even. I don't see that what that report was as a harm to his kids.
Anybody on this platform deserves to fucking call it out. It's me. If anybody knows my fucking story, I'm the one that could.
Yeah, he's right. People did call on him because he was calling people out. He was exposing motherfuckers, and they sent CPS to his house, which is what they do to a lot of people who expose people. They'll weaponize it like what he's doing. But what I'm doing here is what he's saying. What I am doing here is reacting to this because I don't think Laura had anything to do with the CPS call at my house. She may have knew about it. She may have knew it was going to happen, but I don't think she picked up the phone and made the call.
Call it out.
Excuse me. Your daughter and my daughter had the exact same CPS call.
Then why the fuck would you turn around and try to do it to somebody else?
Because I was fucking pissed. And
if you know what happens,
I admit it was wrong.
Why would you do that?
But I admit it was wrong. And I said it was wrong.
But you know what could happen when somebody does that shit.
Okay, but here she's saying that I talked to Molly a little bit last night. Here she's saying that she did it because she was pissed. But I always thought Laura had nothing to do with my CPS call, and I'd like to get that on the air. It's talked about, cleaned up, washed up, and done with it. That's what I want to do. I want to be done with it. I don't want, 3 years later, Laura has to answer to Isaac or anybody else about anything she did. Because if Laura did call CPS on me, I'm at a place where I can forgive her for that. But people like Fod, no. I was messing with Laura. I was doing shit to Laura. I was saying some really nasty shit to Laura. Right? So if she used that as a weapon, maybe in her eye, I had that coming. That's what people do. But I can forgive for that. I'm not that sad a person. Don't like it, won't trust it. I can forgive for that.
But I've also changed since then.
Clearly not, because you're still not telling the full fucking truth.
I am telling the full truth.
I'm being told that your CPS call was saying that a father was watching pornography with his child.
That wasn't.
I can tell you that wasn't a call that they ever came to me about. The call wasn't, are you watching pornography near your kids? No, the call was that I'm touching my kids. And when I had Smokey P on, I was talking to Smokey P on the phone when they came. And I always felt like it came from serendipity, because the video that they showed was, the video that they showed me was me fighting with Laura. And I felt like that it came from serendipity. Tiffany Marie, Makeup Mobster, and Dumpy Dump. I didn't know Laura's name. Laura's name was in it, but we'll see.
My CPS call. Maybe there was another CPS call. That wasn't my CPS call. I did not.
I had 2 CPS calls come for different reasons in 2 weeks' time, and I've got the recording of them here. I just have never played it. They literally asked my kids, who, this is a few years ago, they literally asked my kids who are 10, 11 years old, is your daddy touching you? And of course, it was unfounded. They didn't believe it, and they dropped it. But the fact of the matter is, that's how my children learned about anything sexual. When some people they didn't know came to say, is their daddy doing this to them? And that came from FOD. That came from FOD. And people like Laura and other people still flocked over to FOD. I don't know if Isaac knows who FOD is. I think he does. That's one that Isaac, he's got some power. And Isaac's kind of like myself. I don't look all that smart. If you looked at me, you'd think I was just some kind of dumbass. But I'm pretty bright. Isaac's got that same thing going on. And if he wanted to really call out people who call CPS, he would have went after FOD. That's the way I feel about it. And at this point, I've been through so much YouTube drama that I don't give a fuck who doesn't like what I have to say. I don't care if you come to my house. I don't give a fuck who you are. But if you're going to pull some bullshit about CPS calling, then your focus should be on FOD. That disappeared. That all these people flocked to after they did it. The channel blew up after they did it. Laura's didn't. And some of them people that are in there right now, in Laura's chat, are the same people that flocked over. That's how FOD got famous, by calling CPS on me. I didn't see very many people go after them. I also saw, God bless Isaac, but he said he was going after Diane. He had this information, that information. He ran this live, and he collected money after money after money, and he didn't do shit to Diane. But, I've heard other people say that. I know a guy who tells me he's got Diane's driver's license. And he's had Diane's driver's license. Won't show it to me, but he's got it. And everybody thinks this guy's this big, bad motherfucker.
So maybe there was another CPS call. Earlier you said you don't know if you said it or not.
Because I don't remember saying that. That wasn't the things I said.
How mad do you have to be? But how mad do you have to be where you can't remember telling a CPS?
He does make good points. I mean, like I've listened to most all of this, and Isaac really does make some good points.
Worker that someone was watching porn with their child.
I did not say that. I'm telling you, I did not say that.
I don't think that was what was.
Maybe there was another report. I did not say that.
I think she's not lying here.
Either way, it's disgusting. And
the
only reason why you came out with it is because you knew that the DMs were going to come out.
Well, Laura may have gotten busted and came out with something, but FOD flat admitted to calling CPS on me, did a video and encouraged other people to call CPS on me, and I got calls and calls. I didn't see Isaac do a live about that. I didn't see that. He seems like he's confronting Laura. He's not really coming after her, but he seems like he's confronting her with some shit, and I appreciate that. But I don't see guests, going after FOD. Fod did her shit, got all the love in the world from everybody, and then fucking checked out. And are you going to jump on Laura now? I forgive Laura. If she calls CPS on me, I forgive her for it. And I won't use it against her. Never. But for something Fod called CPS on me just because I kicked her out of my chat when we were talking about swatting and how serious swatting was and how someone can get hurt swatting. And Fod, that's how I was introduced to Fod. Fod said, well, my mother was killed during a SWAT. And I said, well, come on up and talk to me about it, right? Because that's the topic was swatting, how bad it was. And she said, it don't matter to me. She deserved it. So I kicked her out of my fucking chat for that. The next day she did a live and said, oh, everybody call CPS on this guy. And CPS and CPS. And for a minute there, Fod and Laura were getting along. And for a minute there, Fod was getting along with everybody because of the CPS call they made on me. I don't know if Isaac was over there or not. But I know that everybody knew she made the CPS call on me. Randy tried to get Isaac to go after me, and he didn't feel a need to. There's other people trying to get Isaac to go after me, and he doesn't feel the need to. I wouldn't worry if he did try to come after me. There's nothing he can do to me. But the bottom line is if you're going to say Laura did this, then where the fuck were you when Fod was doing it? Where were you then? Now, I know you've had CPS called on you, but just where were you then?
No.
People can
You
snitch on
got
you.
this confused, Isaac. You have this
Okay.
confused.
Right.
Okay.
So in the
The
DM that I'm
reason
looking
why
at, it's not true.
This was already out. This was already being outed when I decided to go live and admit it. Now
and
I
on
could have.
top of that,
Hold
who's
on,
the people that knew about it?
Hold on. I could have came up here and fucking denied it. Most people would have fucking denied it.
Well,
I'm not denying it.
Yeah,
I
but could
came
you?
right up
Because I
here-
mean, in this
Oh,
DM,
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty
It
damning. I
doesn't
don't think
matter.
you would be able to deny.
Come on, Isaac. This is fucking drama.
where's this DM? I want to see it. I want to see what he's talking about before I keep talking shit. But at the bottom line is, I am at the end of the line. I'm still going to forgive Laura. Doesn't matter. Laura's tough. She's put up with a lot of shit from a lot of people on here. So have I. So has Molly. And if you look at the drama community now and look at it back then, and look who's standing: Tiffany Marie, Molly, myself, and Laura. The rest of them are gone. Faded out. Couldn't handle it. Where'd they go? Can't handle the heat. Fuck out the kitchen. I wish somebody would come at me now these days. I've got better ways to handle shit. I really do.
Drama. Anybody would have fucking denied it.
Really? Because
It
right
was
here in the
really-
DM it says, "Oh, I thought you tried to call or DM her private. You said I called her once and she didn't pick up.
I know
Call me
exactly.
back. CPS call.
Well,
Why
see,
would
I'll
she
tell
say
you
that
something.
about you?
I'd
This
say
is
Isaac also knows how to work YouTube, right? That's why when he's going to do a big live, he does a premiere. He makes you wait a couple hours, puts on some good music. He wants the room to fill up. He wants to get you going, right? He knows how to work YouTube. So he's not going to go after Mr. 200 channel. He's not going to go after Mr. 1000 channel. He's going to go where he's seen. As far as him not picking anybody else right now, that would be my consensus. As far as Makeup Mobster, if he's getting information from Makeup Mobster called the police department to be sure CPS came to my house. And the police department called me to tell me about it. She wanted to be sure they came to my house. Did they really? That's what she was asking. Yes, they did. CPS, 2 detectives, a crime victims unit, all of them rolled up on me because of something that had to do, it was Laura's video. It was a reaction video that I made to Laura that raised suspicions. Because I said anybody could be a pedo, right? If you're at home and it's a crime that usually goes unpunished. Because if you're at home and you're watching shit on the internet that you're not supposed to be watching on the internet, who's going to tell on you? That's what I said. And they took that and twisted that all over, all the fuck. Plus, I had gotten into it with Laura about her daughter. And her daughter was allowed to come on and curse me out, which is fine now. Because I've watched them grow up. And I don't have any anger with them. None. I've forgotten about all that shit. But it just looks like Laura's being picked at. You know, when she's not the problem. Oh, this is years ago, Jenny. Yeah, this is years ago. This is about 4 years ago. No, I don't think she actually picked up the phone and called, but she was in the works of. Called my Dayton Police Department to find out if CPS came to my house. There is a recording out there with Dumpy Dump and Tiffany Marie and Makeup Mobster all plotting against me, which I'm fine. I'm fine with that now. I don't care for my Makeup Mobster. I leave her alone, right? I leave Makeup Mobster alone, right? I don't have to bother. I know what she is. I don't care for her. And this is years ago. Years ago, it was like CPS was getting called on Laura 2 or 3 times, me a couple times. You know, there was swattings going on. It was horrible, and a lot of the people behind it, like FOD, they're gone now. And I got word that Laura was admitting to calling CPS on me, which I never thought she did. And if she did, so what? I don't care. That's what I get. I said some nasty things to her. She said some nasty things to me, and we were fighting, and it was just, beyond. Remember when Laura put up the spirit box? For God's sakes. I mean, we should hate each other. Right. We should hate each other. But I like Laura, and I liked Laura while I was fighting with her. The reason I like her is because she's a strong, independent woman. I like that shit in a female. I like a female that don't need some man to fucking clarify them. I like that. Besides, I watched her go from making little Facebook videos to where she's at now. No, me and Laura are not friends behind the scenes at all. But when I come to her chat, I respect it. I like it. I like the people there. I like to listen to her. She's like the only one besides, now if Molly comes on, I'll listen to her. Right? There's only a couple people that I'll go listen to anymore. But I want to go back and see what Isaac's got to say here.
A strange thing to say. You said, because I called on 2 years ago, you, and then you crossed, the names are crossed out, but you, blank, blank, and blank are the only 4 that knew. So people even knew you did this shit and stayed silent about it.
Okay, all right, now, the call to I always thought Laura did that. Sorry. I just didn't say so. It looks like right here, this is what we got.
I could have said that exactly.
So now she's going to tell them, I didn't do a fucking thing to blank. I have every right to defend myself against fake bullshit. So even in the DM, you weren't owning up to it. You were saying it was fake bullshit. Is it fake bullshit now?
What fake bullshit?
What are you talking about?
Is it fake bullshit? Is it fake, or did you do it?
Of course I did it. I said I did it.
So then how's it fake bullshit?
We were obviously talking about something else, because I just said.
I think that she admitted to calling on Makeup Mobster.
You just read that I said I did it. What you just read didn't make sense. But why don't you ask the people that knew? Why don't you ask the people that knew why they didn't say anything? Since it was so hard.
You're right. No, that is a good fucking question. Absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
That is a real good question about the people who knew that she called on somebody would probably still be buddy friends with Makeup Mobster. This is the internet, people. You're going to have SWATs. You're going to have CPS calls. People are fucking vindictive as hell. They'll accuse you of shit that you're not even thinking about. Do it. Laura is going to do anything she can to keep her channel. That channel brings money in, feeds her kids, and helps them get through school. I respect that. I can't go in there fucking with her channel and not expect some kind of corporate type of retaliation, just like if I went in and fucked with McDonald's or something like that. You go in and mess with their shit, they got something for your ass.
Why did 3 other people? Yeah, no, that's a good fucking question. Why did 3 other people not come out with this shit and keep it fucking hidden? Yeah, that's
damn right.
Question. I'm not saying that you're the only one at fucking fault, but you're the main one at fucking fault. But yeah, absolutely.
No, he's not. No, she's not the main one. The people that made The person that started making CPS calls acceptable was full on drama. She made it acceptable. Before she came around, CPS was taboo. Nobody ever did it. Nobody ever thought about it. And she did it on me. And half of the community flocked to her channel. So, all these motherfuckers on here are a bunch of bullshit. They flocked to her fucking channel and was patting her ass. I didn't see anybody go after her for that. Nobody. And here is Laura trying to make money for her kids. And she's doing the right thing by putting them through college and everything else. And we got somebody questioning her about something that she did 3 years ago. It makes no fucking sense to me at all. None. Leave Laura the fuck alone. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Who?
I'm unlike them. I don't out people. I never did, and I never will. That's called integrity. I won't do it.
Integrity.
I won't do it.
The person who made a false CPS call,
I sure did,
is talking about integrity.
Yep.
Ain't that some shit? Integrity.
Yep.
I think it's smart. I mean, I give him that. I wouldn't want to have a battle of wits with the guy, but I think I could come out pretty well because I'm not stupid either.
Huh. Interesting. Did you have integrity when you made the false CPS call because you were upset over YouTube beef?
I wasn't upset over YouTube beef. It was way bigger than that. It was way bigger than that.
What was your reason? No, you said you did to get people to leave you alone.
I've already explained all this.
But you don't weaponize CPS against a
child
I agree with because you want people to leave you alone.
I agree with you.
There are many measures you can take. There are legal measures you can take.
I am not disagreeing with you. I am not disagreeing with you.
Hang on
Stop the excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
When they came to my house, when CPS was called on me, right, Adrian, it was made to look like Laura did it, but I don't think now, and I won't think then. I didn't think then she did it, but they said that I was touching my kids inappropriately. They said 2 detectives, 2 child advocates, a CPS worker, and 2 plainclothes officers. I thought I was going to jail for something, but when they questioned my kids, they were satisfied that there was nothing going on. But they did question them that way. And it was over serendipity and, Tiffany Marie and Dumpy Dump and Makeup Mobster. And if Laura called on Makeup Mobster, she shouldn't have done that. But I always thought she did in the first place. I always thought she did that. I just never said so.
There was no I don't care how deeper it goes. There was no reason to do it.
But I agree with you. I've already said this. I already said that there was no reason for me to do it.
So you weren't addressing this because you felt it was the right thing to do. You weren't addressing this because you've changed as a person and you want to just get it off your chest. You're addressing this because you're like, oh shit, I want to put it. You didn't go after the parent. You went after the fucking child. You did not go after the parent.
He's right, and that's the same fucking thing Fod did, and the hypocrisy is ridiculous. Snicker bars, take you a Snickers bar and bread it, right? Double bread it, and you be sure the oil's hot, and leave it in there about 30 seconds. Not too long because it'll melt. Just long enough to make that breading tight. You try that. Where's the Halloween queen at? I questioned the 8-year-old. Oh, my bad. I thought he was talking about something else. But yeah, I want to know more about if Laura's. I didn't hear anywhere in that live where she said she called on me, but she did. I'm willing to talk about it, and if Isaac wants to speak to me, that's cool. He can speak to me. I better play a Trump video real quick. Sergeant Blackrock, I've slowed down with this whole thing a lot. I come on here and I speak when something's being said, but I don't need this bullshit. I just want to come on here and talk to people and have fun and put up videos that I think are interesting. If somebody else thinks they're interesting, they can put a like on there too. I'm not really here for this drama shit. But I see this fake outrage and this fake bullshit. Leave Lauren the fuck alone, man. Just leave her alone, dude. Really? Come on, man. Laura, if you did call CPS on me, you're forgiven. I'm not mad at you, so nobody else should be. With that, I pass.